Ukraine.
Yes, and I'm going to you.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wondered if you could talk. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit underprepared. We're reporting that there's some U.S. advisors who've landed in Ukraine to help with
The National Guard training?
Yeah, with the National Guard training.
Which begins next week.
Okay, could you give us some details
Sure.
about that?
The
Is that a State Department operation?
The State Department and the Defense Department notified Congress last summer of the administration's intent to provide training to the Ukrainian National Guard using the Global Security Contingency Fund authorities. This is a joint DoD state initiative to strengthen Ukraine's internal defense capabilities. We've been doing this with Ukraine, I think, for about the last 20 years in some form or fashion. So this isn't new. It's a continuation of ongoing training for Ukrainian National Guard units for internal security and territorial defense. As I said, the training will begin next week. Approximately 290 U.S. troops will conduct the National Guard training mission at the International Peacekeeping and Security Center in Western Ukraine. I think the UK and Canada have also publicly announced similar training for Ukraine. And this is in line with other training we do, such as civil military cooperation, civil emergency planning. We've provided to Ukraine, as I said, over the last 20 years, bilaterally and as a member of NATO's Partnership for Peace.
290 U.S.
Approximately.
Troops. Is this more than you would usually send, given the situation in Ukraine at the moment?
I don't have all the numbers from previous iterations of this, but it doesn't sound abnormally high
And
to
does
me.
it take on a different
Are you
kind
okay,
of...
Justin?
I'm concentrating, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Does it take on a different kind of allure because of what's happening in eastern Ukraine?
Well,
do you expect them to do something different than they have done in the past?
Well, it really is part of our ongoing efforts here to help sustain Ukraine's defense and internal defense operations. Again, we did this under President Yanukovych. We've done this, I think, for about 20 years at this point. Obviously, there's the reality of the situation in eastern Ukraine. So this is part of our ongoing effort, but of course, we're all aware of the situation there.
Are these the Ukrainian guardsmen that are Guard Corps that are being trained? Are they vetted at all?
They are,
And
as we
so-
do, human rights vetting.
Right. Are there any units that are not eligible to be trained because of this vetting?
I can check. I'm not familiar with the specifics.
There's
on
one brigade in particular that, at least in Russia, seems to provoke a lot of angst.
it. Okay.
And
I'm happy to check on the specifics on vetting. I just don't have that in front of me. Yes. Oh, sorry. And then